What's going on, everybody? Welcome to episode 18 and the season finale of our Millwall career mode after our first season in charge. And if you haven't checked out last episode, go ahead and do that. You'll see how the season ends for us, even though it's a little bit of a sneak peek down in the corner there. A 1-0 loss on the last day to Aston Villa doomed us to second place on goal difference. 1 point on goal difference there. We scored more goals, just 1 goal difference, 1 late goal not conceded somewhere, and we would have won the league. But here is how the end of the year looked. Wolves on top, 83 points, and we in second place, 83 points on goal difference second. Bristol, Villa, and Reading all finishing on 79. And there you can see the goal difference won as well, 17 to 16 to 15. Putting them 3, 4, and 5, and then Sheffield Wednesday on 75 points. And today we'll check out who comes up and who goes down with us. Now, an important part as well, we did win £7 million for, let's see, we did go £7 million for going ahead and finishing off the season in second place. So what we do have is a little bit of money. And financially, we've got a couple people who are leaving, so hopefully we can go ahead and get ourselves some players to come back. And we're going to delegate a couple. McNamara we're going to let go. Romeo McLaughlin will stay. Who else is leaving here? Shackle is on loan here. Tofolo, we can hopefully delegate renewal. That looks alright. Anything to get some of these players back. Cucurella. Tofolo's back for 2 years. Oh, they just do it immediately then. Gerling is here for 4 years. Let's see. Ben Marshall's on loan here. Donovan. Sean Williams, I'm probably going to let go. Twardak can go. He can go. He can go. So not too much I am going to keep around, but we did get Tofolo back, and we did get a backup goalkeeper back because everyone else seems to be leaving. Martin's gone, and we do need a backup for Archer. We may go for goalkeeper a little bit. We'll see what happens from here on out. But let's take a look at the tables. We've seen that Leeds, Middlesbrough, Brentford, and Derby round up the top 10, and the bottom 3 here by a long margin. Burton, Bolton, and Sheffield United all going down. Burton with 5 total wins on the year and 31 defeats. It's a crazy number. Let's take a look at some more. We are going to take a look at some players as well. We're going to take a bit of a squad report as we go forward. Manchester United beat Chelsea in the FA Cup final. Anyone in there? Fulham got pretty deep in the final 8. That looks like Northampton Town there, who lost to West Brom, I believe. Wolves got in there. I'm almost positive that's Northampton Town, and that's Scunthorpe that they beat in the FA Cup. So a couple teams getting far, United winning, and Watford win the Carabao Cup over Manchester United. They've beaten Liverpool. Bristol got deep in there. Cheltenham, Derby, Fulham again in the last 16 of both cups. That Cambridge who Watford beat in the first round, I'm not sure. And there we are in the final 16, losing 3-1 to West Brom. Bury are there, who had beaten West Ham and gone pretty far as well in the final 8. And here, this championship. The championship is playoffs are actually not done, but it is Sheffield and Aston Villa. Aston Villa beat Reading, and Sheffield had beaten Bristol City, who faded away toward the end of the year. They were top the league for a while there and just seemed to fade. And this is our preseason tournament. The Champions League, Juventus are champions of Europe, beating Man United in the final. Monaco in the last 4, Tottenham in the last 4. Any major surprises in there? Not really. Benfica, Porto, the final 8 are pretty straightforward. No real surprises. Copenhagen made it to the last 16. Not too bad. Roma are in there. Not too bad. Europa League. Sevilla win it again. And they beat Bordeaux. Is that Bordeaux in the final there? That is Bordeaux. Wow. They beat Besiktas in the semifinal. Look at that semifinal setup. Bordeaux, Besiktas, Lisbon, and then Sevilla. Sevilla had beaten Arsenal. I don't know who that team is there who beat Galatasaray. There's some strange teams in here. Atalanta, Sociedad, Real Madrid are there. They didn't even get out of their group. And then they went ahead and lost to Lazio on away goals. My goodness. Happened to Real Madrid. I didn't even notice. And this is the World Cup. And then we're back to the championship. So we are going to skip forward a little bit because I do want to figure out who ended up winning that thing there. He can go. I dealt with that. And then Yandanda's happy. At the end of the last episode, he wasn't happy. We haven't played any games, and now he's happy again. So let's see. We'll skip through to the Tuesday and figure out. There we go. And we'll figure out who is getting promoted with us. It was, as we remember, Sheffield Wednesday and Aston Villa there. The 4 and the 6 in the final there. So let's take a look and see if who goes forward here. Carabao Cup. Skip one more. Championship playoffs. It went to penalties, and Aston Villa are promoted on penalties over Sheffield Wednesday. God, the fate of your club decides on a penalty shootout. I can't imagine what that is like. But forward they come. Aston Villa go up. Heartbreak for Sheffield Wednesday as they stay in the championship. We'll have to take a look at how the Premier League did and some of the other leagues. We did take a look at the tables, but it didn't bring us any of the major tables. So let's take a look at that real quick. Here we go. Other leagues. Alright, so Argentina. We'll skip forward to England and see how the Premier League went. Who we replace. Here we go. England. Chelsea are champions. 84 points. 81 for Arsenal. City, United round out the top 4. Spurs miss out on 1 goal difference. Liverpool in 7th. Everton in 6th. Swansea at 8th, who just went down today. I mean, they really went down on Tuesday when they lost to Southampton, but as of today, when I'm doing this video, they were staying up. But Burnley had gone down, who finished in Europe. 2 points back. Brighton had gone down in Huddersfield with 14 total points. 2 wins, 8 draws, 28 defeats. 2 wins on the entire year. My goodness. And League One, Blackburn come up, Wigan come up, and the rest, I believe, are in the playoffs there. So let's take a look at France. Paris won the league by 5 points over Marseille. Lyon 3rd, Monaco 4th, Nice 5th. As it starts to spread out a little bit, and that is Bordeaux, who went pretty deep into the Europa League, obviously to the final. We got Germany here. Dortmund have won the league here by 4 points over Bayern Munich. 0 losses on the year. They had an undefeated season. Undefeated. 22 wins, 12 draws, not a single loss. Leverkusen and Schalke finish out the top 4, and Leipzig, as in real life, just miss out on the Champions League. Berlin in Europe as well. And my goodness, Dortmund with an undefeated season. Here's Juventus, who have won their league by 15 points. Inter 2nd, Lazio 3rd, Torino in 4th, grabbing that Champions League spot ahead of Napoli and Roma by 1 point. Milan in 7th. My goodness. Look at Torino go. Let's see what else we have here. Ajax beat PSV out. Feyenoord finished 4th. Anything else? Portugal, Benfica miss out to Sporting by 4 points. Porto in 3rd. No draw, not a single draw for Benfica there. 24 wins, 10 losses. Not a single draw. And those 4 draws for Sporting won them the league. That is so strange. Couple of strange things going on around here. Zenit win the Russian league by 1 point. Oof. Krasnodar coming in 2nd. Lokomotiv, who won it in real life, come 3rd. Moscow 4th. Anzhi match are all the way at the bottom. Remember a couple years ago when they had all that money, Eto'o, and spending it on here? 3 total wins out of their 30 games, and they finished rock bottom. Scotland, Celtic beat out Rangers by 14 points. We'll see if Gerrard can make a difference there. 2 losses total for Celtic. Real Madrid win La Liga. 2 total losses. They won La Liga by 14 points over Barcelona there. 2 total losses. Only 4 for Barcelona, but those extra draws in there have doomed them against Real Madrid. Sociedad finished 3rd, Villarreal 4th, Valencia 5th, and Atletico Madrid finish all the way down in 6th. 25 points back of Real Madrid. Sevilla 7th, finished down there as well. Okay, a couple of shock results here and there. Galatasaray beat out Fenerbahce in Turkey. Columbus Crew on top there, and that is what the leagues look like. But we're going to take a look at what our players have done this year. Take a look at the squad hub, take a look at how everyone's done. We'll go to stats, financial, what is this value, attributes, we'll take a look at that. So 3 appearances and a clean sheet. Archer, 53 appearances, 15 clean sheets, moved up 2 overall points. Romeo, 24 appearances, no goals, no assists, 8 clean sheets. He moved up 3 points. McLaughlin here, 31 appearances, 2 goals, 7 clean sheets. He moved up a point as well. Here we go, down to Cooper, 24 appearances. We kind of spread it out over here. Matt Clark and Hutchinson were the dominant pair, really, but we'll see. Cooper moves up 2 points. Shackle, 8 appearances. He's back off. I believe Derby is his parent club. Clark, 45 appearances, 14 clean sheets. He moved up 3 points overall, up to 70. Hutchinson is up 1 overall. I don't even need to scroll over there, do I? 39 appearances, 11 clean sheets. Tofolo moves up 2 points overall, and we get to keep him around, which is really nice, and we'll see what we do with our left backs. Tofolo and Meredith, one has to leave, and 30-year-old Meredith, he played a decent part toward the end of the year, but it looks like he may be off 30 and already declining, down 1. Shame. 13 appearances toward the end there, and a goal to his name. Cucurella, 39 appearances. He's dealing with a injury right now. 2 assists though. 10 clean sheets. Moves 7 overall, up to 76 overall. Let's take a look at financially. He's up to 8.5 million worth. Really moving on up. Jed Wallace here, 48 appearances, 10 goals, 7 assists. Not too bad. 15 clean sheets. 2 plus 2 in overall. Ben Marshall, 42 appearances, 3 goals, 4 assists. And moved up a point, but he's going back to Wolves, I think. We'll see if we can bring some players back. I'm not so sure as of right now. Onyedema, 45 appearances, 7 goals, 10 assists, moved up 5 overall points, up to 70 overall. Saville up to 75 overall, 52 appearances, 3 goals, 8 assists, not too bad. Tunnicliffe, 39 appearances, 1 assist. Not really awfully great, but he did keep things ticking in midfield, so we'll see how we go. 2 overall as well, up to 70. Sean Williams has moved down, and he is moving on at the end of the year. Contract not renewed. 42 appearances, a goal, and 7 assists. Not too bad. Thompson, who we look to use him a little bit more next year, up 2 overall, up to 66. 13 appearances and an assist. Aiden O'Brien, we might sell him on, we might not. I'm not so sure as of right now, but he can play at striker or at left midfield, so we'll see how we move on. We may keep him around. 23 appearances, 2 goals, no assists, moved up an overall point. He is only 24. Yandanda, 30 appearances, 6 goals, 7 assists, 7 overall points. He's moved up to 69. We got him really low at 62 overall. Tim Cahill, off to better landscapes, possibly for Tim. He's away from Millwall now. 19 appearances, 4 goals, 2 assists, gone down 2 overall, and that's probably why we've let him go. Morrison, 15 appearances, 4 goals and an assist. He's off as well. Off to Ipswich on a pre-contract. He's gone down 2 points as well. They'll be missed, but we do need to eventually move on. Gregory, 35 appearances, 16 goals, 11 assists. Didn't move anywhere. He is 29, so he's not bound to move anywhere. If anything, he's bound to decline. But we've got him on 2 more years in January. He's got 2 more years on his contract to come, so we'll see how we do it moving forward. Brereton, 53 appearances, 32 goals, 13 assists, 8 overall increase, up to 76 overall. We got him at 68. Him and Cucurella are our highest overall players as of right now. And financially, he's up to 8.5 million as well. And Rossi, 15 appearances, 3 goals, 9 assists, up 13 overall points, up to 69 overall. He was our scout, a future star. So we'll see how everything goes from here on out. 1.6 million rating for, or 1.6 million value for him, 1.5 for Yandanda. Let's see if we can get anything else up here. Tunnicliffe at 1.9, Saville at 7, Onyedema at 2.3, Marshall at 2.9, 2.8 for Wallace, and there's Cucurella at 8.5, Hutchison 3.4, Clark at 2.7, steadily rising. He was my favorite center back this year. 1.1 for Cooper, 2 mil for McLaughlin, 1.2 for Romeo, and 1.9 for the goalkeeper. So that is what the team looked like as it ended, folks. And it looks like we are going to head into next season. So I'm going to skip forward, and we're going to jump into the next season, and we'll see what our transfer budget's like, and I'll talk about what we're going to do with the squad, and we'll see moving forward. So let's jump to that. Alright, here we are, folks, into the new season. 76 overall manager rating, and we've entered a cup. £4 million is the £4 million is the award. Sean Williams is left, Steve Morrison is left, and we'll take a look at everything else we need to look at. Transfer budget is 3.83 million, 52 million in wage budget, and we're going to talk about some other things as well. Here are the tables for our preseason tournament. Dynamo Moscow, Sheffield Wednesday. It's half A. We are going to sim these games, so I'm not so sure if we're going to get out of Group B. Racing Sporting, Nastich, Huddersfield, and Spal. So we'll see how far we get. We would like a little bit more money, as you can see. But we are going to go to the squad hub, and we are going to let some players go. So we've got 2 goalkeepers. We're going to have to keep a hold of them. These are the 2 goalkeepers we have, and that's just how it's going to have to be. James Brown onto the transfer list. Cooper, Clark, Hutchison, and Mbulu. I need 4 center backs. Those will do. Meredith onto the transfer list as well, because Toflo is going to stay. He's 1 overall lower, but he's only 22. Meredith already declined 1, 30 years of age, so we'll have to move on from that. This is what the rest look like. Jed Wallace at right midfield as well. Onyedema is in there at right midfield, yes. We have 1 left winger. Yeah, Danda can play out there, but we'll see. And we're going to have to add Elliott to the transfer list. So this is a difficult spot to be in. We have 3 in midfield, and I don't want to play this way. I want to play the 4. I think it was the 4-2-2. We're going to switch back and forth between the 4-2-2-2, and then we're also going to play. We're going to, for bigger teams, we're going to have a 5 at the back one, with 1 striker. Here it is, 5-4-1 flat. So we're going to need center backs as well. So let's take a look. We have 4 center backs as of right now. If we're going to play 5 at the back at any point, we're going to need a 5th center back. I'm hoping to take one in on loan, center back wise. Now in midfield we have 2. We have 3 in midfield. I would like a midfielder and a left winger. So I think I've got those 3 positions locked, and I'm going to go to my transfers, and I'm going to put some players on the block. You guys also, if you have any transfers you think I should go after, in the description, write it down for me, comment, do whatever you can, but just remember I have very limited budget to work with, so even if I have to bring some players in on loan, I will. Okay guys, so this is what my current shortlist looks like, and as I said, just let me know in the comments if you think I should add anybody to this, or look to bring in a couple players. So what I wanted to do is bring in a midfielder, a center back, and a left winger. Now we got Jack Harrison on here from last time around. Worrell's on here from last time as well. 4th, I thought about bringing in on loan. Fry I would love to bring in, but probably a bit expensive. A lot of these players are probably a bit expensive. I don't have too much money. Mikel Merino is off at Newcastle. Gruich, the Liverpool player. Tammy Abraham at striker, Danny Ings at striker. I'm not sure if I want to bring in a striker right now. We've got 3, but we do eventually need to bring one in, probably to start of next year. We'll see what actually happens here. Phil Foden, I would love to bring him in on loan. I really do, just to back up Yandanda. Yandanda's a good player, of course, but he's also not the strongest, so he gets pushed off a lot. I always worry about him getting hurt. We only have one attacking midfielder as of right now, and Tom Kearney, the midfielder for Fulham. So I've only got £3 million or so. We've got a bunch of other players, hopefully to sell. So we'll see what happens. Let me know what you guys think I should do transfer-wise. We'll take a look. It'll be a couple days just so I can let this marinate. This last season, or this last episode, I want to see it marinate so we can get ready for the new year together. But 3.83 million budget. We can probably, I mean, wage-wise, if we're getting a player this low, 5.5 million maybe. So we'll end up seeing, and then we'll hopefully get some players out of the squad as well. But we're going to jump forward to the Sheffield game, and we'll wait until next episode to start the new season, guys. So I hope you have enjoyed it, folks. Stay tuned as we start Season 2 in our next episode. But that is it, folks. Hope you enjoyed it. Stay tuned for more. And peace.